Good morning. Boker Tov, JRC. So it's Tuesday, and tomorrow night comes Pesach, the holiday of our freedom. And some of us may be feeling not so free right now. I was speaking with a congregant yesterday who said that while she's still going to do the Seder with her immediate family, of course, they're all at home together, hunkering down. She's usually with her extended family in person, and she's not going to do that this year, deciding that perhaps the deprivation of not being able to be with her family would be more meaningful than a Zoom Seder. And I know some of us are planning elaborate Zoom Seders. I'm going to be part of some, but I have to say honestly, the idea of being online any more than I need to be right now is not relaxing. It's not soothing a bit. Although I will be at some of those Sedering myself. So maybe it's sitting in. Sometimes it's sitting in the longing for freedom. I know this Pesach will be, for me, I'm sure for many of us, more poignant than, for me at least, any previous observances of Pesach in my life. It's important to note, I think, that freedom for the Jewish people living in the diaspora, since the time we were exiled from Israel, that freedom was aspirational for centuries. We were living outside the land of Israel, and we always wanted to, as the end of the Seder says, next year in the land of Israel, right? And next year may we be free. And of course, there were times in Europe where we did have freedom. There were certain periods of prosperity and freedom, but it was always subject to whomever the ruler was at the time, or who the government was at the time. So it waxed and waned and was never consistent. Many of the great Jewish academies were in Lithuania, Poland. They were outside of the Holy Land. So it was always the aspirational freedom. So I guess this year that's what it is for us too. We aspire to be free from this virus and be free to go outside and to really be with each other in the way we'd like to be. So this year we are in our homes, together perhaps with some of our loved ones, perhaps alone. We are fortunate to have communications and the technology that we do to at least touch base with everyone. But this year we're separate. Next year may we all be together for Pesach in person. So Avadim Hayinu, we once were slaves. Ata b'nei chorin, now we're free people. Avadim hayinu, ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Avadim hayinu, ata b'nei chorin. Avadim hayinu, ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Hey, avadim hayinu, ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Avadim hayinu, ata b'nei chorin. Avadim hayinu, ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. So I can't leave without singing a Dayenu. I know we may not feel so silly and so happy, but we have to try. And I love Dayenu. So let's see. I'll go down here. So, had God brought us out of Egypt, Dayenu, that would have been enough for us. Had God given us the Torah, Dayenu, that would have been enough. Had God given us Shabbat, Dayenu, that would have been enough for us. But we got all of those and more. So we do have what's enough for us, and maybe that's the lesson we're learning this Pesach, that we have enough. Dadayenu, 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 dayenu, 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 dadayenu, 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 dayenu, dayenu. Ilu hotzianu mimitzrayim, hotzianu mimitzrayim, dayenu, dadayenu, 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 dayenu, 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 dadayenu, 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 dayenu, dayenu. Ilu natan lanu et haTorah, natan lanu et haTorah, dayenu, dadayenu, 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 dayenu, 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 dadayenu, 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 dayenu, dayenu. Ilu natan lanu et haShabbat, natan lanu et haShabbat, dayenu, dadayenu, 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 dayenu, 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 dadayenu, 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 dayenu, dayenu. Dadayenu, 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 dayenu, 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 dadayenu, 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 dayenu, dayenu. Chag Sameach. May you have a sweet Pesach. See you soon.